The 2024 MPO season had some of the best storylines that even the greatest writers couldn't have come up with a rising star establishing himself as the best in the world and having to conquer some of the all-time greats to get there in some historic battles. Then another young superstar finally getting his big win that he's been seeking for years now, to other epic finishes and clutch performances along the way. So join us as we look back at the top 10 best moments of the 2024 MPO Disc Golf Pro Tour season. Hey everyone, Culahale here, back with another Disc Golf Pro Tour video. Today I will be giving you my top 10 moments from the MPO field this year. There were so many season-defining and even career-defining moments in 2024. There were amazing tournament-winning putts to unfortunate, heartbreaking tournament endings. We also saw dominance and excellence from some of our greatest players, to also some Cinderella stories and underdog victories that you just would not expect. So many amazing things happened this year that it was really hard to just choose 10, but nonetheless, here's my pick for the 10 best moments in the MPO in 2024. Number 10, Isaac winning back-to-back World Championships. Isaac Robinson had a very slow start to the year, and up until Worlds, we really didn't see him on coverage very much. But Isaac peaked at the right time, playing some of his best disc golf during the sport's premier event. It was pretty evident from round 1 that he was hungry for the win, and each round he gained more and more separation from the field. Finally, with a big enough lead, he was able to lay up and tap in that winning putt.
Isaac Robinson.
Isaac would join elite company with this win as he would become the 5th player to ever win back-to-back PDGA World Championships, joining Paul McBeth, Ricky Wysocki, Barry Schultz, and Ken Climo. And I'd say that's a pretty cool list to be a part of. Even though this wasn't one of his best seasons, he was still able to capture this career-defining moment. Number 9, Luke Humphreys' heartbreak at the Beaver State Fling. Luke Humphreys is not a guy you normally see hunting week after week for wins, but he is certainly not unfamiliar with having the chance to take down an event at the elite level. Back at Waco in 2022, Luke was fighting shot for shot with Paul McBeth down the stretch to only come up a bit short for that win. We also had Waco this year where he would have a similar scenario play out. So at the Beaver State Fling, tied for the lead going into the final round, you thought this might be the time he finally gets that win. Calvin Heimberg, who was also tied with him, struggled early and took himself out of the race. Ganon Buhr played strong and caught up to Luke as the two were able to battle back and forth until hole 17. On hole 17, Luke would play an aggressive line trying to stay up front, and unfortunately, it would cost him.
Sticking to what he's been doing well all day. A little early cut. Gotta stay off of that. Ian. It happened. This thing sticks. That is your OTB shot of the day. It needs to unravel, and he has missed badly into the galley.
Luke would eventually card a quadruple bogey, not only taking him out of a chance to win, but dropping him to 9th place. One can commend Luke for staying aggressive and trying to play for the win instead of playing safe and potentially put his fate in someone else's hands. But after you see our number 8 moment, you wonder if he should have learned from the past and kept himself in it. Our number 8 moment is another battle between Gannon and Luke at Waco, another tournament where Gannon and Luke were going shot for shot. This time, Luke had a 1-stroke lead in the final hole over Gannon and Niklas Anttila. Luke's drive would be in a decent spot that he could play for an easy par. Gannon was in a similar spot, but with his power, he had a good chance of getting up and down for birdie. Luke, knowing this, wanted to avoid going to a playoff with Ganon Buhr, so he decided to go for a full send approach to potentially get himself a look at the baskets.
Perkins, where did that land?
Unfortunately, this went terribly wrong for Luke as he threw OB. Gannon would then step up and throw this incredible shot.
Get over, get over, get over, get over. Go!
And Ganon Buhr will have a putt.
Luke would be unable to get par with the OB and would take bogey. This allowed Gannon to make this 25-footer and steal the win from Luke at Waco. Number 7, the European Open finish between Ricky and Ganon Buhr. Ganon Buhr came into the final round of the European Open with a decent lead over Paul McBeth and Ricky Wysocki. But by hole 18, Ricky had charged his way up the leaderboard into a tie with Gannon. Ricky would have a solid tee shot on 18, but be pinched against a tree. Ganon Buhr would go aggressive over the OB and barely make it inbounds, but in a great spot to birdie. Both competitors would now be looking to get up and down for birdie on this iconic par 4. With Ricky's run-up impeded, he would find trouble on his approach.
In the air. And that's a red flag.
And his shot would land OB. Gannon then would step up and park it right underneath the basket with this dagger shot.
And Ganon Buhr is leaning to the basket.
And that would lock up another major win for Ganon Buhr. Ricky would be shell-shocked as his amazing run would be cut short in such heartbreaking fashion. Number 6, AB's first win. Anthony Barela has been a name that many have said will be one of the next greats, and as time has gone on, we have definitely seen Anthony develop into a top-level pro. Unfortunately for him, he has had more struggles than we thought he would getting to the top. Last season, Anthony had multiple league card appearances, but would let all of those opportunities slip away, falling short of victory. But in the first event of 2024, Barela changed the narrative by going wire to wire, fending off a charging Ricky Wysocki to get his first win with this amazing approach on hole 18.
We call it checkmate.
Go, baby, come on.
Yes, sir. Green flag for Anthony Barela. Can 2-putt.
And with that, Anthony Barela could now say that he is an Elite Series winner. This moment was so important in my opinion because it catapulted him to 3 more victories this year, putting his name near the top of our sport. Number 5, Joey Bucket's near throw-in for the win. Joseph Anderson was not really a household name until this year. He would start out with a lead card appearance at chess.com and would be in the running for a major title at Champions Cup. By now, he showcased that he had all the talent it took to win on the Pro Tour and that it was just a matter of time before it would happen. Well, at the LWS Open at Idlewild, his time came. He would take advantage of some late tournament errors by Isaac Robinson to jump into the lead with just a few holes left. With Calvin Heimberg chomping at his heels, he would stay composed and keep his lead heading into the final hole. After an excellent tee shot in the narrow fairway of hole 18, he would set up this amazing shot to secure his win.
Got it off clean. He's actually running the basket. It's going to get underneath the tree. Oh, he hits the basket, guys. He hits the cage.
What a way to secure your first ever Disc Golf Pro Tour Elite Series win. This had to be one of the shots of the year and a definite top 5 in the best moments of 2024. Number 4, Gannon's big comeback at the Tour Championship. The 2024 Disc Golf Pro Tour Championship saw an amazing battle between 2 of the best players right now, Ricky Wysocki and Ganon Buhr. Round 2 was a slugfest between the two as they went birdie for birdie, distancing themselves from the field. In round 3, Buhr could not keep up the pace with Wysocki, which caused him to fall behind by 6 strokes going into the final day. But on that final day, Buhr rose to the occasion and started out 6 under through 9, while Ricky went even. This erased the separation between the two players and the tensions were high. At one point, Gannon gets called for a time violation, which you could hear in the background Ricky confirming. I wish I had the clip for you, but it was a very tense moment between the two players. Gannon, however, wasn't unfamiliar with the situation as this has happened to him quite a bit this year, but it almost seemed like this time it fueled him. Now, both players would start playing with passion as you'll see in these clips.
Yes. Come on, baby.
Wow.
This whole round could fit into one exciting moment on this list, as you can see how bad both players wanted that win. Ultimately though, Ganon Buhr was able to build some separation and tap in to take home the DGPT championship, completing an unexpected comeback win.
Ganon Buhr.
One of the great seasons of all time for a 19-year-old.
Number 3, the Cinderella story at Champions Cup. In many sports, you always hear of the underdog team that no one expects to win, all of a sudden starts playing really well in the tournament or in the big moments, and upsets some of the favorites to win. We see this all the time in March Madness, where the Cinderella team makes it far, and it just seems extra special when they get their win. Within disc golf, the same special feeling came when Andrew Presnell was able to fight through all the adversity on one of the toughest courses in the world to get his upset win at Champions Cup. Now, no disrespect to Presnell, as he is an amazing disc golfer. Me personally, living in the St. Louis area, every time he is playing one of our local events, you just expect him to win by several strokes. But to win a PDGA major amongst the sport's greatest players was not something I ever imagined would happen, but it created this incredible scene.
Andrew Presnell.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 PDJ Champions Cup presented by Bushnell winner, Andrew Presnell.
Up until this moment, Andrew's only pro wins were at A tiers. He also had one DGPT Silver Series win at the Mid-America Open. So to rise up and win a major title was truly one of the best underdog wins our sport has seen in quite some time. Number 2, Niklas Anttila's winning putt. Now, just like Anthony Barela earlier this year, Niklas Anttila was a player that has shown us that he has all the talents, but has just been short of getting that elite win. Well, at the Open at Austin, Niklas would finally get over the hump. After taking a lead into the final round, he would be outshined by stellar play from Kyle Klein and Calvin Heimberg. In fact, at one point, he didn't even seem to be in contention. But after some late birdies, he would come into hole 18 needing to get a birdie to win. Now, 18 was a tough wooded par 4, so birdie was not something that was going to come easy. Niklas would pure his drive down the gap, giving him a look at the basket for his second shot. His second shot would be good, but still leaving him at circle 2. By now, the round had gone into the evening hours, and with darkness surrounding the green, Niklas would have this putt for the win.
Champion, Niklas Anttila.
And he would drain it, giving him his first Elite Series victory and create one of the most dramatic finishes of the season. Now, if you thought that was dramatic, well, we gotta talk about our number 1 moment. But before we do that, here is some honorable mentions.
Your United States disc golf champion, Ganon Buhr.
Goes OB, he can re-putt. It's not going to. And the disc golfing gods.
Come on! 16 under par, new course record, Anthony Barela. What did we just watch?
All right, now time to reveal our number 1 moment of 2024, and that is James Proctor's winning putt at MVP. MVP Open is one of the most iconic tournaments on the tour. It always seems to bring us the most drama. From Simon Lizotte making a crazy comeback in 2022, to Mattio's insane chase card performance to get his first ever win last year, there is always excitement at the finish. In 2024, it was no different. We started the day with Aaron Gossage and Ricky Wysocki at the top, but then it was Paul McBeth from the third card that would take the lead in the clubhouse. However, it wasn't long before James Proctor from the lead card made his move in the back 9 with several birdies. This would put him in a 2-stroke lead on 18. After a solid drive and a good layup, he would have this short forehand approach to the green.
Proctor throws it out of bounds.
McBeth.
And he missed the island. Because he never crossed inbounds at the green, he would have to make this obstructed circle 2 putt from the drop zone to avoid a playoff with Paul McBeth. And, well,
Hits it! Unbelievable!
he would cash it dead center, securing his second Elite Series win and his first one here in the United States. This was a moment that had me yelling and cheering in my living room, and I see I wasn't the only one as the crowd went insane, making this truly the best moment of 2024. So these were my top 10 MPO moments in 2024. Such great memories were created this year, and making this video was a great reminder of why I love to watch the Pro Tour so much. So now I want to hear from you. In the comments below, let me know what your favorite MPO moment was this year. And if you enjoyed these MPO moments, stay tuned as I will be posting my top 10 FPO moments next. So be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss that upload. And if you enjoy Disc Golf Pro Tour content, be sure to check out my top 10 MPO players video of 2024 in the link on screen. I'm Cullah Hale. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.